DreamLeague live from DreamHack Summer here in Jönköping. That was really painful.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
Wasn't great.
RIP headphone users. Okay, so we just watched ourselves the series, Navi versus Burning United. Very convincing for Navi.
Yes.
I think I was wrong with my prediction, but I don't know. For me, it was outplay. Correct?
I think it had a lot to do with the supports of Navi. Like when you draft this kind of physical minus armor team and you let them have their Winter Wyvern on Sneeko, who just, he runs all over people with that hero.
Yeah.
Then you have Artstyle on Air Checker, who played phenomenally on that hero. I don't know. I think it had a lot to do with the draft and how the supports played as well. Like they played phenomenally.
The mid game definitely looked very shaky for Navi.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, I felt like if it wasn't Navi playing that draft, it was a different team. The other team would have just lost. I think Burning United had a great chance of winning the game, but Navi being Navi pulled it out.
All right.
So halfway through last game, the second game in the series, you actually said, and Andy as well, like right now, based on graphs,
Yeah.
it should actually be Burden that's ahead.
Yeah.
But they were not.
Yeah. So
What went wrong?
to quote Cinderin, because he's supposed to give this endgame analysis, he had a lot of very meaningful things to say.
Did he give you the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I've heard walking back on the stage was that was a really clowny game.
He said that a few times.
Yes. And
Okay.
then something like was said next. And that's all I got. So
That's the baby rage.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
so
I think that's what I said about
I
that.
apologize not being a suitable replacement for Cinderin, but that's all I got.
You're doing
Well,
good.
if that's all you said, I mean, you're doing a great
Yeah,
job.
okay.
We know what you
Thank
mean. You're welcome. So there were quite a few fights. Or I shouldn't say fights. I should say skirmishes, because it was more like pickoffs and skirmishes. And apparently one stood out to Shane. So it's time for the drawing board with Shane Analytics. No.
Come on, Shane, pull
Yeah,
it together.
we're good now. All right. So what we have here is 20 minutes in, and Burden are about to try and take Roshan with their kind of minus armor strap, but Navi are onto their plans. And I think this is one of the points in the game where I was like, if Burden get this Roshan, all of a sudden it's gonna be tough times. But like Havost in this game with his call downs, and then Dendi with the hook on Neko.
Okay,
Like-
look at Paris. He's
Yeah.
going to jump back in.
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
I think this is miscommunication. They did it a few times where some people would back off and some people would go in. He does get the kill on Havost, so
I mean, it's still a vote, so I
Yeah.
guess that's nice. But
I don't know. There was another fight around Roshan as well, where they went in, like they sent our ulti to escape, and then some people went back in, and you could see there was definitely miscommunication on Burden United.
Yeah, I think what happened there where you were asking was Centaur jumping in back in worth it. I think they both wanted to jump back in.
Yeah.
But the flat cannon canceled Slaughter's blink.
Yeah, yeah.
but he still crushed, and he
No, he crushed the ground.
yeah he did
Yeah, and he couldn't blink in.
In anger, because he can't blink.
He wanted to blink in.
Yeah, but normally, like, wouldn't he needed to be turning around way earlier than that? Like, he crushed the ground. I saw that too, as in the ground that wasn't where no other
Yeah.
heroes were standing.
No, if the blink wasn't canceled and if they both jumped in, I think they actually wipe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because that's a lot of stun time.
I
And
think
you're
so.
right clicking, so.
Yeah.
So it's, I think, very unfortunate for Burning United.
Well, we can take a look at the brackets and see what they look like right now to know where the teams that we just saw are going, because we're not saying goodbye to anybody yet. And I say yes because we are going to say goodbye to one of the teams that we're going to have upcoming next. But of course, we see Navi, they indeed get their free time, they get their hotel time, and they won't play until tomorrow. They're going to go up against a Virtus Pro tomorrow, and then Burning United, they have to play again tonight after the next best of three, which is basically Unknown versus Ninjas in Pajamas. One of those teams is already going to be having the end of DreamHack Summer. Or they're going to be a spectator for the rest of the event. That'd be fun.
Might be. I don't know. I'm enjoying myself watching the Dota, so maybe they will too.
I know that's the very next set, but I just want to talk about Burning United one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
They're playing the first set and then the last set of the day.
Yes.
That's a long, long day. So
It is.
Yes.
I mean, they're playing at a very high skill level, but that's still like physical pressure, mental pressure. I'm worried for them.
When we were talking to Dendi, he was saying that you can go back to the hotel, you can chill out, like hopefully Britain do the same thing. You know what I mean? Just get that time off because it's pretty hectic in
if
here.
you're staying here,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no daylight, so
There's lots of noise, lots of people.
yeah,
Like it's
you
pretty
don't get
intense.
any rest. Your brain doesn't get any rest. So hopefully they will indeed take that rest, as Denny said he would have, should he have not made it through, which he did. So good for him. But indeed, it is time for the next series. So let's see what those two teams bring us. Basically Unknown and Ninjas in Pajamas.